So let's move to citations and actually the awards. The awards component is a pretty large component for all your clubs. The two biggest awards that are given out by the district each year is the Hedke Award and also the Archer Award. If you'll take a look at your training document, it'll actually review some of all those issues and gives you a line for actually all those items. The Hedke Award, we'll start off with the Hedke Award because and I wanted to give you just a quick summary of
Bruce, this is Rick.
Yes.
I have the Hedke coming up, so it's easier for me with the PowerPoint if you go in the order that we have them here.
So you want to go with Archer?
Yeah, please.
Okay. The Archer Award is actually for a project for the club, and that is the Hugh Archer Award. It's either individual or collaborative with another club or 3 other clubs, and you can all combine on those. If you'll look at your requirements for that in your packet, it is specific on a project, and Hugh Archer was all about enjoy Rotary. So your AGs will help you with that. Let's move on. You've got the COG Award now. The COG Award is, again, to recognize any individual in your club or related to your club that is a standout and should be recognized on the district level. Again, there's outstanding service, and there's actually 5 avenues of service that this thing addresses. It can only be won once, and there are past winners that are on the Rotary District website. Go ahead, next one. Rotary road trips. You all have these handy dandy. If I can show them, you can see your Rotary passport. Those are for your clubs, and the Rotary passport or road trips are your, hopefully that we can actually do those. They're actually attending other events and other Rotary meetings within the district. The how to play is right in front of you. Tells you that you need at least 4 members of your Rotary Club to participate on each one of these events.
So Bruce, this is Myra from Detroit. Quick question. Can we convert that so that people that are attending virtual meetings can be considered for the passport and the visits?
Absolutely, but you have to have 4 of your members on that meeting, and that will qualify. Yes.
Great, thank you.
So those will run, and again, it's going to be an interesting way to do it this year. But we're Rotarians; we're able to manage and adapt. So those are the rules. There's actually 4 of those events that are included. Any other points there, Noel?
Just that originally, the concept of this was to try and connect people across, individuals and clubs across the district, and to encourage at least some activity from Canada to the U.S. and from the U.S. to Canada. So now that we have all of the virtual connection, I think this is going to be just another thing to help energize the way that we connect and relate to each other. And, with the Zoom, I've been hearing that some clubs have been having some joint meetings from the U.S. side and Canadian side. So I would encourage that, and that would certainly be a road trip.
Okay. Awards and citations. These are other district awards. We just went over the road trips.
Chris, can I interrupt for a second? I just saw maybe Robin, did you have your hand up for a second?
Yeah.
Do you want to? Yeah, I think maybe Robin, can I interrupt for a second? Because I can't see everybody's faces while have the PowerPoint on. If you want to ask a question, just unmute and go ahead and ask. But I see questions from Robin first, so Robin, then Aruna after her at least. Okay, so Robin, go ahead.
Regarding the signature, the club present signature on the visit, if you're doing it Zoom, how do we do that?
It goes to the 4-way test and just sign it yourself.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Aruna, you had a question?
Yeah, I didn't have a question, but I had a suggestion for Noel, our governor, and the suggestion and something when you talked about earlier, Noel, about opportunities, right? And you said this is Rotary creating opening doors of opportunities. Would you consider with your passport to include the Zoom meetings to be open to even international clubs? Because of Zoom, clubs have the opportunity now to invite other members from any part of the world.
You know, that's an interesting proposition. I think the focus on the road trips for me was about our district and getting to know each other. I mean, certainly, you know, we haven't extended the road trip program to clubs from another part of the world, but we certainly would want to extend invitations and try and connect in that way. But I would, at this point, I'm not really relating that exactly to the road trip program. But definitely, I mean, the whole world is open to us now with all of these Zoom meetings. And that's, maybe we should talk about how we can create incentive for more of that.
Sounds great. The second list on your list is best communications, and Aruna usually goes over that, is actually the judge of that award, at least was this year. Maybe Aruna wants to speak on that if she's got a moment. Aruna, are you there?
Yes, I am. Bruce, can you just repeat that? My cuckoo clock was driving me crazy.
Best communications. That's one of the awards that you were going to be judging this year, and I thought you might want to have a comment there.
Well, thank you, Bruce. The Best Communications Award, the applications that I've got now, it's been quite a challenge looking at those awards because every one of those applicants have been outstanding. I mean, it's been really good to review all of them and to get ideas. So I think we just need to encourage Knowles here to keep that going and have more clubs participate. We have had some clubs participate, but it'll be nice to see at least 80–90% of the clubs participate in Knowles here, because everything that Noel has in his package talks to communication and how we communicate with each other. And with the virtual communication going on now, I think it'll be really interesting to see how they put that package together for Knowles here.
And what type of submissions have you had so far? Can you kind of give us a range?
The clubs have done, I've talked about Facebook, their how they've connected with their own, within their own club, as well as the community they live in or they serve in. So they have newsletters, they have Facebook, they have posters that they have put up for different events. They're using all the media, the social media, to bolster their application form. So it's any of those. And now with the virtual, that would be another way of doing it as well this year.
Sounds great. Questions on best communications? Let's move to best new member orientation. This is going to be a real trick for everyone. This will be virtual. This will be Zooming new members in. So you'll have to be swearing people in, but also you need to be able to get Rotary pins to people. And I guess your orientation procedure is going to be really the key. And I'm not sure, maybe Noel knows who's going to be judging that this year, but hopefully we'll have a lot of interesting ways to do this and how people are processing that. Noel, do you know who's going to be judging that this year?
Tracy Sincock, as district governor nominee, is following up with minor awards and so forth. We'll put that together, and then we usually bring in the assistant governors to help with the evaluation and so forth.
Sounds great. Number 4 on your list is highest net gain and highest percentage increase in new members. Again, that's kind of self-explanatory. How we recruit members, how we get them interested is obviously going to be done through Facebook and actually your other interactions outside the club. So that will be an interesting award this year also. We'll go to 5, which is the greatest total number and greatest per capita of the peace chain links. And the peace chain component will be discussed by Noel, I guess later in this program. So we'll kind of skip over that. That was number 5. Number 6 is polio fundraising awards. And again, we're going to have the greatest total number and greatest per capita number for polio fundraising. There's 2 events that we're pushing this year. One is the skydive for polio. We'll discuss that later on. And also World Polio Day, which is always on October 24th. Our hopes will be that things will be loosened up and we'll actually be able to gather for those events. Big crossing our fingers on the skydive for polio. The other last one is the Volunteer Hours Award. RI asks all of the districts to actually collect volunteer hours to send into RI, and they use it to equate their total contributions to community projects throughout the world. This has been pushed for all the districts, and it's been really tough to get this information. The way we were going to do it this year, which we can't do now, is we're going to pass a sheet around to each at each Rotary meeting, have people put down how many hours they worked on the past week, on how many volunteer hours, both inside and outside the club, and then turn it in to their secretary, who would forward it to their AG. Well, I guess the way we'll have to do it this year, and there'll be a special email that'll be going out on that, is there'll be an email chain that'll go out before your meeting asking for people to reply, and your club secretary will collect those responses and then get them to your AG. So volunteer hours is big on Rotary International. We're trying to support them and actually get that information to them. Okay. I guess I'm not on the same clubs and awards and citations.
So just look at the screen now, Bruce. That's where we
Okay.
are. If you want, I can pick up on this. I've talked about it before.
Do that. I'm kind of lost on mine because mine switched from a different screen. Go ahead.
Okay, so Rotary International has individual awards that the club president can apply for. This is a way that you can honor members inside your club who have excelled at club vocational, community, international, and/or youth services. It's a great award. It comes from Rotary International, and it's a wonderful recognition. You make the present anytime during the year, and you get the certificate electronically. And if you've had a Rotarian in your club that has received each of the 5 district level awards, so that's club, vocational, community, international, and youth services, then they're eligible for the overall Avenues of Service Award. And you also apply for that online. And if you want to get to these pages where you do these things, just Google Rotary International Recognized Individual Awards. And I should maybe take the time now to let you know that this is being recorded. The records will be edited by Liz Smith, and then the session will be made available if you want to go back and look at these things a little bit later. So that's the RI individual awards and citations. And Bruce, now we're going to the Hedke. So are you on track with your documents?
I'm on track. The Hedke, again, is an online document. The Hedke itself is kind of a blueprint to run your club. It's not just an award, but it's also something that you can use to help manage your club. It is on pages 9 through 15. And there's a number of questions and components that will kind of guide you through the whole process. The awards are given for each of the major areas: club administration, membership, public image, club projects, and the Rotary Foundation. The overall Hedke winner is selected, and it is also actually presented at our district conference, which will be at the Grand this year.
So again, this is the Rotary International Citation. Are you ready for that, Bruce?
Go ahead and do the citation component.
Okay. Before I do that, I just want to say one more thing about the Hedke. During the training sessions that we've had so far, we have heard people say that it would be great to have the Hedke in advance of the year, so they can start maybe pointing their ear towards the award and understand how the document was going to go, and even collect up information during the year. So in the training document that we've sent around, you will see all of the questions that are going to be on the electronic form printed for you, so it's easier to manage and in a more condensed form. So you have something that you can work with, and then at the end of the year, before the deadline, when you're ready to go online, you should have that document in front of you, and you can just run through the application quickly, inserting online the answers that you've already prepared on paper. The Rotary International Citation, this is the citation to clubs.
Rick, can I just make a comment really quick about the Hedke?
Sure.
Please peruse the Hedke before you ever get started with your year. The Hedke is just such a great format to kind of like do a health check on all of the different components of your club and activities. The Hedke is considered our premier award, but it's really not just about the #1 club that wins the Hedke, because so many of those clubs come within a couple points of each other. So, there's so much excellence that can be derived out of the Hedke. And there's also some special questions in there that help you drive you towards some of the special things that we're working on, particularly with skydiving for polio and raising money for polio, and also with the Peace Chain and developing link awards. Thank you.
Along with that Hedke award, the presidents might want to actually form a special committee to actually oversee it and develop those, because that can also keep your club on track on not only improving the club, but also completing those items as the year goes on. So a club committee would be a good idea. Good.
Rick?
Yeah.
Can I say something about the Hedke as well?
Sure.
think because if you don't mind, and Noel, is it okay with you too? Okay, all right.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to emphasize for all the presidents as well as all the clubs to assist with the Hedke is that pay attention. Your club members should also be aware of all the details of the Hedke, because a lot of it has to do with how many people attended this event, the statistics of it. So the Hedke, when you tabulate the Hedke in the end, it's quite a lot of a numbers game. So if club members are not aware of it, and so for example, Noel's district conference or John's virtual conference that's happening, if they're not attending it, they lose their points in that Hedke. So I think it's important that everybody in the club is aware of what are the things that need to go into the Hedke in terms of the numbers, apart from the free flow document that they have.
Thanks, Aruna. For the Rotary International Citation, you need to have a My Rotary account. Now, congratulate yourselves, because I've never seen a year where so many presidents have had the My Rotary account already set up. It's laborious, but I can go online and look at every club member and see whether or not they have a My Rotary. In this group of AGs and presidents, I think there are 5 or 6. And a little while ago, I sent them an email saying, please sign on. You effectively go to the Rotary International website and say, I want a My Rotary account. You don't even have to be a Rotarian to get one. And you fill in your email and your name, and it sends you an email back, and you hit confirm, and that's it. You have a My Rotary account. So you need to do that in order to register your progress towards the citation. So go to Rotary Club Central. Once you're there, you have to go to the Goal Center, select the year, so make sure it's your year now. When you open up Rotary Club Central right now to your club page, it should automatically show the current year. You need to change that to your year to set your goals. Click on the All tab and you see the goals, and then you'll see there what you see inside this training document. There are 25 available goals. You need to select at least 13, a little bit more than 50% of the available goals. And then you need to achieve those goals. And then you report the achievement back in Rotary Club Central. And that's it. Then it's kind of automatic from there. So whether or not you achieve the Rotary citation depends upon you as club president to look at the document and to record what you have accomplished. So do that and earn the citation for your club.